years, calling my age, but it doesn't even matter now. And let me tell y'all something about Law. Lawrence. Little Lawrence, like his family calls him. You know this man was raised well because every day of his life he spent giving of himself, selflessly, without expecting anything in return. He just did what he knew was right. Something that was taught to him from his mother, my personal angel, and his father, Mr. Lawrence Brown. Because no matter what the scenario was, no matter what you thought was going on, Lord had a kind word for you. He always had that hope and optimism. And when he thought about you as an individual, he didn't think about you as a person. No, we are all one. If you ever got a chance to talk to Law about some of his philosophies about life and humanity, he'll tell you, we have these problems in the world because we feel like we've been individualized and we can't respect each other for our differences. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, we're all one. We go back to the one, and it all starts with the one. So I just want to take this time, first of all, to say thank you, Mom. I love you. Thank you for everything you've given me. I mean, you were the mother that was sent, and I lost mine. I see where Lord got his compassion from. I see where Lord got his giving spirit. I mean, you don't know how many lives this woman has touched. I'm going to say start with mine, but it probably started well before mine. Also want to say thank you to Pop Buddha, Mr. Lawrence Brown. Thank you for being there and supporting everything that we've ever done. Bucci, Courtney, it goes without saying, you already know. You were the apple of his eyes, you were his little sister, you were his world. And Angie, what can I say? I remember the early days, all the way to the last day. And one thing I have to say in front of God and everybody on Lord's behalf, that man loved you with all his heart. There was never a never that compared to Angie Mormon until he made it Miss Brown. And I'm gonna say that right now. We love you. Y'all give me strength. I'm going to use this podium to hold myself up. I normally try to have better posture than this. Also, I want to thank the extended family. I mean the family from Maryland. I also want to thank the family from right here in Virginia. I want to thank everybody that's come from far and wide. No matter where you've been, you're always in our hearts. And trust me, if nobody else thought about you, you got a word from Law. Because he was always thinking about it. That's why he was here, for us. And it hurts so bad now that he's gone, because we can't touch him like we used to. We can't give him dap like we used to. We can't just hear his voice over the microphone, but we can still hear it if you listen. So on behalf of my Buddha fam over there, y'all know what time it is. He ain't going nowhere. My brother's here today. I'm going to tell y'all a story in a minute. On behalf of my 103 Jams Clear Channel family over there. Now, you know how Law got down. Every day he was a professional. Every day he gave all that he had. I believe in my heart, he gave all that he had. And I want y'all to appreciate and understand that was just him as a man, doing what he does. Radio was his life. And we had the opportunity to do it together, and I want to thank y'all for being there with us. I mean, yes, thank you. I mean, for everybody talking about being a giver, how many people can you say has actually gave people careers based on dreams and potential that he saw in them? All it took was an opportunity. And I see a lot of folks over there that Lord gave the opportunity. As I stand here myself, he gave me the opportunity. So I thank you, bro. I could be up all day and talk about Law, but I know we're on short time, we have other things to do. But I want to tell y'all two quick stories that might help ease your pain and what you're going through trying to make this adjustment, because, you know, after we lost Mike Lord a few years back, Miss Juanita, thank you for the poem and the acknowledgments. That was Miss Juanita, that was Mike Lord's mother that was just up here. When we first lost Mike Lord, what we gonna do, man? You know, when you start losing your peers, it hurts more and more because they've been with you for so many years. Let me tell y'all this, something I learned then, and I still believe it today. Sometimes in this life, we're sent special people to be a light in a world of darkness, to be heat in a world that's so cold, to give love when sometimes it feels like there's nothing to be given. But every now and then we have a few people that come along that are that light. And because they're that light, they give off that light. And when you give of your light, you give a small piece of yourself. I mean, you don't have so much wick to burn. But you give. Why? Because that's what you do. You give. You're a giver. Everybody that's got a chance to talk to the Lord knows he gave of himself. Selflessly. I'm going to say it again. And we ask ourselves, why? Why is he not here right now so he can stand up and say, hey, what's up, y'all? How you been? Glad to see you. Let me tell you why. Because every day he gave of himself. He gave a piece of his light. He gave a piece of his candle. And when you give it like that, sooner or later, you have to go home and regenerate and come back and give light again. So the man we know as Lawrence Brown, he gave his light. He gave me a piece of his light. I'm going to try to pass my light to the next person. And I want everybody in here that ever got a chance to sit down and talk to the Lord, if you love the Lord, pass your light on down the line. Spread your love. Give unselfishly. Give every day. For real. That was him. That's who he was. Wednesday night, I was leaving Mom's house, feeling sad on my way home. Wasn't even hungry, but stop and get a pizza from the little $5 pizza spot. I ain't gonna say that name. But it's in the crib, Jefferson, like everybody heard it's not far from the crib. Anyway, I'm saying that to say this. Some said stop by the little pizza spot, get you a little hot and ready to go pizza. So I did. Wasn't even hungry. As I turned into the parking lot, I saw my brother's van sitting there, waiting for me. How many of y'all remember the green Buddha Mobile, got the big brother on the license plate? That was the original Buddha Mobile. I came up with the second version, but his was the original. As I pulled into that parking lot, I saw the cap of that van. I knew it was his. Short story, he sold that van to a very good friend of ours, Floyd Featherson, who's in the house. How you doing, Floyd? And Floyd, I want to thank you for listening to Law and parking that van where you were supposed to be. So when I got there, I would see that van, I would know Law was there, and I knew you weren't far behind because you had the license plate on the front of it. But I want to thank you for just listening, man. And I want y'all to know, if you just listen, pay attention to what's going on, he's always talking to us. He's always wishing us well. He's always giving us his love. All you have to do is accept it and keep passing it on down the line. Angie, you told me something this morning. You know where I'm coming from. When you're standing outside, and sometimes you just feel that warmth of the sun just radiates for no apparent reason. Oh, there's a reason. Who was that? That was your baby. Y'all gotta understand this is real, y'all. We come.
Be all right.
I want to thank everybody that's ever supported what we do on the radio, I want to thank everybody that's ever been to the family home and know how we get down every week, every holiday, every birthday. If there's love to be given, you know where it's coming from the Brown family. Lord got it honest because his mother and his father instilled it in him. And I'm going to ask y'all to do the same thing as you go about your way. You know, 103 fam, we're going to ride until the wheels fall off. They can't stop us. I feel invincible. I got Law, I got Mike Lloyd, I got my family, and I got y'all. We're going to do this. Mom and Dad, look at me say, you did it. You raised them well. You made them proud every day. And as a parent, that's all you can ask for. Enjoy your life. Everything you dreamt of doing, you did. The boy, cats make mixtapes nowadays. Let me say this before I leave.
Go ahead, tell him.
I'll start acting like a preacher. I want to tell y'all a little short story about vision, dedication, determination, and just seeing who you are, where you're supposed to be. Nowadays, a lot of my friends in here make mixtapes and CDs. That's when you take your favorite songs and you put them in and you mix them up however you want to do them, and you sell them to your friends or whoever wants to listen to it. Let me tell y'all something about Law, how far ahead of his time he was. When the boy was about 9, 10 years old, I remember because I was there, he made his own radio station. Y'all think I'm playing, don't you? No. He made his own radio station, WLMB. What does that stand for? W, because that was the wavelength. L, Lawrence. M, Monroe. Brown. WLMB. Complete with commercials. Now, if I want to know what I got to know, I'd be like Nate and start selling commercials. I was 11, I ain't know what I'm just saying, but I'm talking about the vision. I'm talking about the passion. I'm talking about the dream. And when Miss Wanda Hayes read that letter last night, if you were here and got a chance to hear the good words that Steve Crumley, the guy that hired Law and gave him the opportunity, she said in that letter from Steve Crumley to Law, when you get that slot, give somebody else the opportunity to fulfill their dream. Did he do that? Did he do that? And I want y'all to do the same thing. I could talk all day, but I'm gonna go ahead and start bringing some more people up here to talk. I hope y'all ain't mind. If it wasn't for y'all's energy and y'all's strength, but since I know I got it, I feel invincible. Thank you.